Ladies and gentlemen, we are back coming into one of our last bouts of the evening. This is our second professional bout of the evening between Dann Cucuta and Davis Oracio Jr. Let's see a look at the tail of the tape real quick. We've got Dann Cucuta. He is 35 years of age, 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds with a professional record of 1 win and debatably 1 loss some time ago. He's taking on Davis Oracio Jr., 28 years of age, 6 foot even tall, 185 pounds with a professional record of an unbeaten 1 win and 0 losses. Here we see Dann Cucuta coming to the cage. Cucuta is a well-renowned fighter from the Pittsburgh area, fighting out of Wright's Gym, a very highly touted Muay Thai fighter. Cucuta's been very destructive in his career insofar. His last fight was a first-round knockout versus Kyle Dunmeyer in December of last year.
Huge knee. Big KO knee to the head.
Absolutely. Dunmeyer was coming in for a double leg takedown with his face out, and Cucuta happily handed him a knee. Now we've got coming to the cage from our red corner, it is Davis Oracio Jr., 6 feet tall, 1 inch taller than Dann Cucuta. Both fighters at 185 pounds, so we have some big, heavy guys in the cage here tonight. Very excited to see what's going to happen. Davis Oracio Jr.'s last fight was a win via first-round TKO in November of 2014.
This is actually a fight I've really looked forward to seeing because I know Dann Cucuta can strike. I've seen him. I'm familiar with this camp, and I've trained once, sparred with Davis Oracio Jr., and I think he has pretty surprising stand-up. His style is actually a kind of a karate background, and sort of likes to counterpunch, likes to play with his back off the cage.
You know, he likes the counterpunch, and I like his haircut. I think that's pretty slick. I'm excited to see someone really bring it to Dann Cucuta. He's been so dominant in his time in Gladiators of the Cage. Cucuta was the former Gladiators of the Cage 185-pound amateur champion before turning pro last year. And
yeah.
he really hasn't. His last fight was, I think it was less than a minute. It was around 25 seconds into the first round before he won. Didn't really get to see Cucuta showcase a lot of skills.
Yeah, it was a very short fight.
Cucuta, before he became a professional, his last amateur fight, I'm believing it was, I can't remember who he won against, but I know that Cucuta defended his title with an arm triangle. So we've seen him on all sides of the board here fighting tonight. Let's send it over to our ring announcer, Dan Bogan, for the official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next event is in the Gladiators of the Cage Professional Middleweight Division, calling for 3 5-minute rounds. First fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in at 185 pounds. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, 35 years of age with a 1-1 record. He fights for Pittsburgh Muay Thai and Wright's Gym from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Dan, the Bionic Fist of Justice, Cucuta! And his opponent fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in at 183 pounds, stands an even 6 foot tall. He's got a 74-inch reach, 28 years of age. He's got a 1-0 professional record. He fights for Team MMA. Out of Youngstown, Ohio, David the Pitbull Oracio Jr. The referee, Chip Snyder.
Very excited to have this bout beginning here tonight. Chip Snyder again at the helm for this bout.
And I am looking forward to the hitting.
Dann Cucuta taking on Davis Oracio Jr. Oracio from Youngstown, Ohio, my hometown, Yompton, east of Compton, as we like to say. Now we've seen in the past Dann Cucuta very patient
with a
in his fight.
takedown.
Wow. Cucuta doing the unexpected with the ground and pound.
Not a guy known for his wrestling and jiu-jitsu. He comes from a Muay Thai camp and probably did not want to end up on the bottom here.
I would have to agree. He looked a little bit confused there in that scramble. A good leg lock artist might have been able to take advantage, but here we see Cucuta going for a rubber guard.
Rubber guard.
He needs to swim his arm through the left or the right arm of Oracio.
Oracio with the can opener, trying to make Cucuta uncomfortable.
Cucuta with a butterfly half guard right now, possibly setting up for a sweep, especially with those softening blows to the hip of Oracio with his heel. And now he's back into full guard.
I could only imagine that Cucuta here just really wants to get this whole thing back to the feet.
You know, he may be trying to...
Oh, no,
wow.
He doesn't.
Omoplata attempts here by Cucuta.
He is attempting an omoplata here.
What he needs to do is get his left arm and grab around the shoulders of Oracio and pull his spine parallel to that of Oracio's to complete the omoplata. He could just be stalling.
He's sort of punching
the arm.
Wow. He is, I mean...
That is not a good feeling, I can imagine.
It's not really something I've ever seen before, but I imagine it's something that doesn't feel nice. And he's almost got an armbar here.
Wow.
And he does. Wow. Wow.
From top to bottom, Dann Cucuta has it all, winning by a very slick submission here tonight. No one saw that coming.
Oracio Jr., his arm is hurt. I mean, I am shocked.
Who elbows the elbow? That was amazing. He elbowed him in the elbow. Oh, Oracio's not going to have a good night.
No. No, he is not.
I mean, you got to pay to play, and they're both professional fighters. All is fair within the legal limits, but what a technique there by Cucuta. Very impressive.
Well, I think the thing here is the problem for Dann Cucuta in the future is the cat's out of the bag. Everybody knows he can grapple now.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at that instant replay. Here we see Cucuta with about a halfway omoplata, and I'm almost cringing thinking that maybe he popped something there or broke some. Oh, the humorous.
Maybe he detached a tendon on the tricep. It's possible.
Wow, Cucuta elbowing the elbow. That's something I've never really seen before, especially in Gladiators of the Cage. And here is where I was concerned about the breakage. That arm is twisted in a bad way. And a belly down arm bar for the completion of the submission by Dann Cucuta. Very impressive performance tonight. Let's take it over to our ring announcer, Dan Bogan, for the official decision.
In 4 seconds of round one via the tap out by armbar, fighting out of the blue corner, Dan, the Bionic Fist of Justice, Cucuta!
Wow, what a dominant performance. Let's have a look at Dann Cucuta's sponsor list here.
Dan, I'm not even going to ask.
He doesn't have his banner, but...
Did that go anyway near what you expected it to be?
Yeah, I expected him to come out tough. First of all, real quick, I want to say shout out to the PA Hero Walk, specialist Nick Helfrich. It's a real cool name to say here. Nick Helfrich, every other veteran in here, thank you for your service. Big shout out to Davis as well, man. Davis Oracio Jr. He's a gentleman. It's a pleasure to meet him. I wish him the best in his future endeavors. Came out here and made weight like a professional. I appreciate him, man.
Okay, I'm going to go find a couch. You thank who you got to thank. I'll get comfortable.
All right, well, it'll be quick for the hardest working ring announcer on the East Coast, man. I left my banner, so I can't remember everybody. So first, I'm gonna thank my kids. My youngest one, Alexander the Greatest, he's in here somewhere. My big son, Gabe, there he goes. You guys motivate me to come out here and work harder and set an example for y'all of the result of hard work. So that's big for me. Pittsburgh Muay Thai, the #1 Muay Thai striking program in the tri-state. Period. Available exclusively at Rice Gym, Krav Maga, Pittsburgh. Gene Dimmerling, my massage therapist to the stars. MassageByGina@gmail.com. Audio works. I can't remember everybody else, man. Yo, big thanks to my man Bass Bronson who did my walkout song, the best unsigned artist out of Jersey. That's about all I can remember right now. Thanks everybody. Oh, one more thing. Thanks to Gladiators of the Cage, Robert Joseph putting on an excellent show once again. And I want to thank everybody that came out here, all the fans. You know, most of y'all ain't here to see me. Probably 95% of y'all are here to see Don Mazzata do his thing later on. I'll be cheering for him with y'all. But I'm gonna just say this to everybody. Gladiators of the Cage, all the fight fans here, I want to be your middleweight champion. So I'm gonna do whatever it takes, go through whoever I need to go through till Robert Joseph gives me that call and says I got the green light to step in the cage and face down that T-Rex that's holding that 185 strap right now. The same belt Chris Dempsey once had before he went into the UFC. I want it, and I'm gonna bring it back home.
Now, if anyone's thinking of sponsoring anyone, if you've never seen this man fight before, he's famous for hyping and promoting his sponsors. If you want to sponsor a fighter, you'll get your money's worth out of this man. Let's give it up for Dan, the Bionic Fist of Justice, Cucuta!
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Some may call him Dan, the Bionic Fist of Justice, Cucuta. Some may call him Dan, the Investment Cucuta. We saw what he can do from top to bottom here tonight. We are going to go to a 15-minute intermission. We will see you soon.